don't know about the rest of the world, but here in Ireland we're under lockdown. And I love Halloween. So I made this plague doctor costume because I figure if we can't do anything else, we can go for a walk, we can go to the shop in costume. So if you're interested in making this pretty easy plague doctor costume, stay tuned. So what you're going to need some foam or cardboard, glue, fabric of your choice, some sticky tape, paper, stocking or mesh, plastic packing, thread, rubber gloves and toilet rolls if you have them. Right, so on a piece of paper we're going to mark out a semicircle roughly the size of our face. Then on another piece of paper we're going to draw the beak. These will be our patterns, so we'll cut those out. And when I say the size of our face, I mean the length. Right, so using our patterns, we're going to draw out the patterns onto our foam or cardboard and then we're going to cut them out. This process you're going to have to repeat twice. You should have 2 of each piece. Now, roughly, you don't need to use a measuring tape. Just roughly measure what you think the bottom side of the beak will be. And then using that, you're going to draw a long leaf shape, roughly the length of that. This will be the under pattern for the beak. Now draw that on your cardboard or foam and cut out. You only need 1 of this. Now using both pieces of foam we're going to use to help guide us to draw the forehead pattern by placing them together and then drawing a semicircle. Cut out of cardboard, we only need 1 of this. Right, so now we're going to place all our beak patterns together and we're going to use some tape and stick them together, being careful not to overlap as it would distort the shape of the beak. Leaving the curved ends out. When you're happy with the shape, glue the edges down as the tape won't hold on its own. Now we're going to repeat the same process with the mask, the base of the mask pieces. Tape the 2 semicircles together up until you get about 3/4 of the way. And then we're going to try and stick the forehead piece using the same method. Yet again, when you're happy with this, you're going to glue the edges, glue the seams. Now this is optional, this next step, because my mask ended up being a little large for my face, and if that happened, you can pinch the cheeks in and then add glue, gluing them together.
Repeat on both sides. And when the glue is dry, you can cut off the excess. This creates a rounder mask as well. Now, when you do this, the chin will end up being too large, so you're going to have to cut a little excess from there as well. Now you're going to mark roughly how big you think the beak is going to be, and then you're going to cut that out. You can check by putting the beak into the mask to see if it will fit. When you're done that, you're going to start poking some holes into the beak. This will allow for breathability, as foam is not, well, it's plastic, so you can't breathe through it. Then you're going to put the two pieces together by putting the beak through the mask, allowing excess inside on the inside. Glue it together. Now on the inside, whenever you're to make tabs, you're just going to snip edges into the excess. This makes it easier to glue down than glue down. There you have your mask shape. Now draw some eyes in and cut them out. Now you're going to get your fabric and we're going to glue that down. We're going to glue the entire side of the mask, one half of the mask, excluding the forehead piece. Repeat on both sides, and then snip off the excess. Make sure to allow about 2 centimeters or 1 inch of seam allowance. Repeat on other side. Now we're going to do the same thing for the forehead piece.
Why so serious? Smile on that face.
Now using some thread, I'm using wool because I think it just makes a better statement and goes a little further. And we're going to sew up the seam allowance. This makes it look nice and tidy and adds some stability. When you're finished that, we're going to cut the eyes out. Making sure to give enough space to fit in your toilet roll or cardboard roll. Then we're going to glue that in. On the inside, we're going to cut tabs again in order to glue them down. Use your stocking or mesh, and we're going to glue that down to the cardboard. Cut off excess and stick down for it to make it tidy. Then using any old bit of plastic, this was the packaging for the tape, I'm just going to cut a circle out and then I'm going to very carefully glue that down to the cardboard tubing. When putting your glue on the cardboard tubing, be careful not to get it all over the mesh because that would distort your vision. Cut tabs into the excess and then tape down. Repeat for both eyes. Now we're going to add some glue to the tape because we're going to stick some thread on it, thread of your choice. And then add some more glue to add more stability and keep the thread in place. Now on the inside we're adding a bit of glue because we're going to stick our elastic strap up there. Now you can leave it like that, but I've decided to sew some excess fabric to the back of it as a hood. Now getting a bit of cardboard, we're working on the hat now. We're going to cut a circle. Cut a smaller circle on the inside. This will be the brim of our hat. Then getting a bit of foam or cardboard, we're going to cut some tabs into an A4 piece of foam or cardboard, and then glue those tabs down around the circumference of the hole in the brim. Then we're going to cut some more tabs on the top, put glue on, and then using the bit of cardboard cut out of the brim to glue to create the top of the hat. Then we're going to add some glue all over the hat, and getting some fabric, we're going to pin that down very tightly till we've covered the entire hat in black. Repeat on the bottom side. Then you're going to cut off the excess and your hat's done. Last accessory we're going to move on to after this is gloves. Any all-purpose gloves. I'm using rubber kitchen gloves, and we're going to just glue a little bit of extra fabric to the end to look like the cuffs of our shirt. Pair with a long black coat and the look is all done.
Thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, this song is called Why So Serious by Hey Hey Tunes. If you're interested, it's linked down below. He let me play some of his music in the background. It's really nice to show him some love because he's kind of cool like that. Right, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Happy Halloween!